This is SCX Video Digital Car Maintenance Part 2. This is just another video on how to keep your SCX Digital car running, especially right out of the box. If you get your car right out of the box, it's gonna. This is a NASCAR. Before you even run it, open the car up. Take the 3 screws off your NASCAR. Your F1 cars have 2 screws here. You have 1 here, and then you have 1 right at the front here. Right down in there. Take your screws off. Check to see if the motor mount is in the motor mount. Sometimes in shipping, the motor mount can get jarred out. You see how that's jarred right there? And your chicken legs, I classically call them, that's these 2 devices coming off your motor. These have been bent up, or if it's popped out, are not even touching the circuit. This is the circuit right here, coming off of your computer chip. Another thing too is that your computer chip, you notice these right here, these little clips here, right there and right there, okay? That can get popped out in driving, in coming off the track, even in shipping. Just snap that back down. Now make sure your top ones also, you see them right here? There's 2 of them right there, 1 right there, and 1 on the other side. That's what holds your computer chip into the car. I'm going to get closer there so you can see that. Make sure that you lift up your armature. You see how I'm popping that, getting that right into the... See now that's snapping right in? Click. Then you're going to take your chicken legs. Make sure they're bent down. Okay, right here. See? Bend those down. And you're just going to snap the motor mount in. See that? How I got that? Both sides. And then click. Okay? So that when you put your car on the track, okay, got our car on the track, and we're going to program it. I think I already programmed it. Runs nice. And you notice the armature going up and down? See that armature going up and down? That's your lane changing device. Okay, we're going to move that over. We're going to switch lanes. We're going to go a little bit. I got to the switch too early. I keep missing the switch. See how that's starting to turn, going into the other switch? Okay, and that is making sure that's your armature. Now, another thing too is make sure your guide braids are straight. You see how this one is kind of cocked off to the side and all that? You want to straighten that out and get them flat to start with, okay? Then make sure they're kind of just right, not higher like that, but just level with the bottom of the guide braid. See how that one is wrong? See that right there? You want to get that up there just a little bit like that. Okay, so when you put that on the track, okay, those guide braids are going to have great contact with the track. You notice that's clicking? Boom! And she's off. And that's your digital car basically in a nutshell. Again, making sure you keep your motor or your gears cleaned. Sometimes this will pop out. I'm going to pop this out just so you know what I'm talking about. See that? How that popped out? Right there, the little copper brushing. That will just snap right back in, okay? All this can happen during shipping. It's not abnormal. You know, these things are coming from a long distance. They get jarred and everything. Do all your maintenance, pre-maintenance to your cars first. You'll save you a lot of headaches, okay? Then just put your chassis back on. Screw your... screws back in. Always do all this before you screw your chassis back in. And another thing, make sure this doesn't get caught on anything inside the car. Your armature, sometimes on your GT cars and your DTM cars, this little armature can get stuck on the top of the body, and then your clicking won't work. See how that goes down there like that? Then your F1 cars are the same way. You want to make sure your guide braids are, see how that one's up perfect, but that one's a little low. Get that so that's just right on there. Okay? So that when you put that on the track, see if she's programmed. I don't think she is. Nope. So we're going to program that car. Push the button. Take the car off the track. Put it on the track. Boom, 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 boom. And she's going to go like a bird. Okay? That's your F1 cars, okay? Heavy duty cars, very heavy. The back ends are heavier than this car here, okay? Because they have a bigger computer chip in them. Okay, so that's how you're going to keep your F1 cars. Especially it helps, it keeps the pins from breaking off, because what's happened is that pin right there is catching into the track, and that sometimes will snap off your guide pin like this. See, it'll snap it off like this. But if you keep your guide braids like that, it's keeping that at the right distance, which is going to give you maximum performance with your slot car, especially your digital slot car. Because I've run these cars, oh man, almost 12 hours in a row on demo tracks, and I have no problems with them. They run flawlessly. Okay, other than this will pop out. This might pop out here, or your computer chip might pop out, okay? It's a click and go system, because you can take the car completely apart. That's all there is to it. It's these two pieces right here, okay? Right there, boom, that's your car, digital car. And your guide braid up front, which has the little mechanism that drops down. See that, how that drops down? I hope these videos are informative for you. Pass them on to your friends. Click and go.